What is going on, guys? This is ChaoticVideos, and today we're going to be doing another Warframe guide. This guide is going to be a guide on Conclave. What is Conclave? Well, simple. Conclave is the actual PvP, or player versus player, system in Warframe. Yes, guys, you heard me right. Warframe does actually have a PvP system. Now, Conclave is a neutral syndicate led by the Conclave Master, Teshin. If you want to get access to the Conclave Syndicate, first go ahead and go to the Conclave Hall, which is located in each of the relays. The only relay that does not have a Conclave Hall currently is Earth. Once you go over there, you're going to go ahead and be able to start up the ranks. There's currently 6 ranks of Conclave. Starting one, Initiation, Mistral, Whirlwind, Tempest, Hurricane, and Typhoon being the last one. Now, if you wish to actually have fun and access Conclave, you can do that by going to the Conclave panel, which is located either in the Conclave Hall, right when you enter to the right, or your Lisette, which is also right to the right of your navigation. When you first go ahead and open up the Conclave panel, you're going to see many different things that you're probably not familiar with. Currently, guys, there are 4 different types of game modes in Conclave. Annihilation, which is an 8-player free-for-all where you have to capture 25 Oro or let 10 minutes pass in order to win. Team Annihilation is a 4v4 team deathmatch where you have to capture 50 Oro or 10 minutes pass to win. You can either choose the Moon team or the Sun team. Cephalon Capture, which is a 4v4 capture the flag or capture the Cephalon, and you have to capture 5 Cephalon in order to win. And you have Lunaro, which is a 3v3 Quidditch or basketball game. Very simple. The point of the game is to score more points. You have 10 minutes, which is divided into 2 halves, and you can choose either Team Moon or Team Sun. When you first start up Conclave, you're going to see an option called Recruiting. I do recommend turning this on, guys. Recruiting ensures that players are matched up with other players in their current skill or rank level. The recruiting option can be turned on or off from the Conclave console on the Lisette. But the recruiting option is enabled by default for Mastery rank 0 through 2. Once you reach Tempest rank, recruiting option is no longer available, so you will not be able to select it or deselect it. While in recruiting, all rare or gold trimmed mods are disabled. Now, guys, on the top right, you'll also notice 2 little icons with some numbers next to them. Those are the challenges. And also, standing from challenges is bonus standing and does not count towards your daily standing capacity, which I believe is 15,000. I'm not quite sure if that goes up or down depending on your mastery rank. For daily challenges, which is going to be the first one on your left of the top right corner, you can have 2 Annihilation challenges, 2 Team Annihilation challenges, 2 Cephalon Capture challenges, and 2 Lunaro challenges. Completing these challenges, guys, will actually award you extra standing for Conclave. Weekly challenges, which is going to be right next to the daily challenges icon. You're going to have 3 weekly challenges every week. Match 1, which is going to be win 6 matches of any game type. Match Complete, which is going to be complete 20 matches of any game type. And Conditioning, which is complete 10 daily challenges. Once you complete all these, guys, for the weekly challenges, you're going to get a special reward that's going to be sent to you via inbox. That reward is going to be 10 rare resources of one type. I believe it is random. A random stance mod. I've seen only rares I've been given, so that's a bonus. Hopefully it is only rares. 100,000 credits and 50,000 Conclave points. Guys, keep in mind, if your points are maxed out in Conclave, the points will still be given to you, but you will not be able to use them. So make sure you can actually hold all 50,000 before redeeming it. Daily challenges reset every day at 7:15 p.m. GMT. Weeklies reset every time at 12 a.m. GMT. So keep that in mind, guys, when doing the challenges. You're going to see a nice little timer on the daily ones, and it'll tell you how long before they have to reset. Now, let's talk about some of these special game features of Conclave. Here's the general features. In team-based game modes, enemy chat and waypoints are not available, so don't go ahead and scream into your mic or start yelling once you get destroyed, because you're only going to be yelling to yourself and to your teammates. Staggering is replaced with the impaired status effect. Impaired pretty much disables jumping, and it slows the movement, and it lasts for 2 seconds. When affected by impaired or knockdowns, players become immune to further impairment or knockdowns for 4 seconds. Now let's talk about some of the Warframe aspects of the game. First off, channeling Warframe ultimates such as Banshees, Quake, and other ones such as that costs 100 energy to cast, even if the cost to activate the ability is below 100. In order to actually balance the game, many of the Warframe's abilities perform differently in Conclave. I will leave a link down in the description of each and every Warframes that's actually been changed. So just go ahead and click down there and you'll actually notice if you really want to go ahead and use that Rhino or if you really want to go ahead and use that Nyx. So make sure to read up on that. Next, Warframes have their own unique HP, armor, and shields. So whatever it says down there at the bottom right of each Warframe, that is going to be its stats. Except for the energy. The default energy of every single Warframe is going to be 100. Now let's talk about some of the weapons aspect of Conclave. First off, shooting weapons that are not silent will render you visible on the minimap for 5 seconds. So think again before just spamming that Brand Prime all over the place. And keep in mind, silent weapons such as bows, enemy's gonna have quite a hard time trying to find you. Next, and this is very, very important, weapons cannot proc. However, some weapons will always proc on certain actions. Examples would be Warframe abilities will always proc, such as Ember's Fireball or Volt's Shock. Weapons with initiate elements, such as the Detron or the Heat Swords and the Heat Dagger Slam attack, will also proc. And the Dread will apply a 2-second slash proc, with each tick dealing 3 damage. Now let's go on to the next point, criticals. Go ahead and forget about those. There are no critical hits whatsoever in Conclave. Weapons will generally have a headshot multiplier of 1.5, but crits, not happening. Now guys, we're going to go ahead and talk about melee. Now, melee. First off, slide attacks do as much damage as regular attacks. So don't just think you're going to be sliding all over the place and getting those insane amount of kills. Channeling is increased from 5 to 10 energy per hit. PvE stances cannot be used in Conclave. However, there are PvP stances you can use, so you might want to change that loadout. quick slam attacks do not deal AoE or knockdown, except fist weapons. All other weapons need to be wielded to inflict these effects. Fist and sparring weapons are the only melee weapon that inflict impaired and knockdowns with slide attacks. Following the stance combos can give you a chance to apply impaired status to an enemy, so you might want to read up on that combo. Blocking absorbs attacks in a 90-degree angle, but it'll absorb attacks in a 180-degree angle in co-op. This was not so well informed in Wiki, so I cannot really give you a proper explanation of this. I believe in a free-for-all you'll have 90 degrees, and in a team annihilation you'll have 180 degrees. Throwing weapons explode on channeling. They still do that, don't worry. But minor tweaks. It has a smaller radius, and it has no bonus damage. So think twice before throwing that. Now here's just some general non-usable items in Conclave so you don't get confused on your first game. First off, items, they're not usable. So let's say if you want to go ahead and drop that energy pod, you're going to have quite a hard time as you're not going to have one. Companions such as sentinels and dogs and cats are also not available in Conclave. And this is also very important. You should really keep this in mind. Not many people know this. Arcane enhancements, the enhancements you attach to helmets, do not apply, as well as arcane helmets. There are certain helmets that give you a special stat, or also certain skins that give you extra damage to certain weapons, and yeah, those do not apply in Conclave. Now guys, let's say you want to go ahead and upgrade your loadout. Well, how do you do that? Well, very simple. You can either go to the console, the Conclave console on your set, or in the Conclave Hall, and click on Conclave Loadout, right at the bottom. This will directly lead you to the Conclave Loadout where you can go ahead and customize your Warframe or weapons. Now, before going and doing that, you first might want to go ahead and check if you actually have any mods you can actually apply to your Warframe weapons and etc. Because you can only use PvP mods in Conclave. How do you get PvP mods? Well, simple. After completing, not winning, either completing, winning, or losing, any Conclave match, you'll get one random mod. It could be anything. It could be for a specific weapon, it could be for your Warframe, anything. You can also get credits and endo from Conclave, so keep that in mind if you want to farm a little bit. Another way to actually get the mods is by spending standing, which you'll actually receive once you play matches. There's a daily standing of, I believe, 15,000, and then you can also use the bonus standing to increase that. If you go to Teshin in the Conclave Hall, he will be showing you many different mods, skins, and accessories and other stuff that you can purchase with standing. Keep in mind, some mods and other items are locked by your rank. So if you really want to get that cool Sandana, you're gonna have to get that max rank. And that is one of the only reasons I am actually doing Conclave. I have been doing it like crazy. That Sandana is one sexy piece of gear. Well guys, this is going to be it for the general information about Conclave. My next couple of videos will be describing each and every game mode in Conclave, since there's many things that needs to be shown and explained in order to properly play well. Well guys, thank you very much. Hope you guys do enjoy this. Like if you can, subscribe if you could, comment if you wish, and yeah, I'll see you next time.